So, Jay, tell me what region of the world you're coming to me from.
The UK. Whoa. So more specifically England. I actually live about 30 minutes away from Derby. So I think out of most people, I've got like the easiest journey with those events.
Very nice, very nice. And can you tell me, what are the origins of you finding Tomb Raider, or like Tomb Raider finding you?
I was about 4 years old. We had PlayStation 1, and it was just one of the games my mom bought us. The first one, Tomb Raider 1, and so fell in love with it, and then obviously had to play the rest when they all came out. Yeah, absolutely adore it. So I've played every single one, and yeah, they're all great, which we both know.
So you've played the modern games as well, the more modern games?
Yes, yeah. I am more of a classic one, but I still like the modern ones as well. Like, they're okay, but definitely a classic raider at heart.
Yeah, which probably got you into building, I imagine, since...
Yes.
Yeah.
So I discovered it by accident, the TRLE. I bought a copy of Tomb Raider Chronicles on PC, and it came with an extra disc, and I was like, I didn't actually know what it was, so I just put it in, and it just like loaded it up. And then I read the back of the case, and I was like, oh, you can actually create your own levels. So, and I was just like, I'm going to do it. And yeah, that was a while ago now, actually. I think that was like 2008.
Okay.
So yeah, 2008 is like when I discovered it. It's a lot of fun. I love it.
And did you start building right then in 2008?
Yeah, I wasn't very good, but it was still a lot of fun to do, like learning how everything worked. It was very different back then as well. So obviously it was the original TRLE software. There wasn't as many like resources online. So all you really had was just like this kind of like, it was like a Tomb Raider 4 guide, how to like make a Tomb Raider 4 starter level. So you can make like a tutorial level. So I attempted that, but then I started doing my own projects, and yeah, some of them weren't that great. And then I went away from it for a very long time. And then went back into it when Tomb Editor was released, which was, I want to say 2018, but I might be wrong.
Okay.
Something around there. And I've just kind of dabbled here and there. So the TRLE I released this year, it's the first time I've released a TRLE since 2012.
Oh my gosh.
Very, very long break there, yeah. But I really wanted to get like into a proper big project, and it was a lot of fun to do.
How long did it take you?
7-8 months.
Okay.
Roughly, give or take.
During the time that you weren't building, were you still in touch with other builders, like through Discords or, communicating?
Yes. Spoke to a couple of builders, mainly to ask for like help and stuff like that. Like, do you have to do certain things? Because a lot of really experienced builders out there. I wouldn't put myself in that category. I'm not like beginner, but I'm not expert, so like mid-level kind of. So there's a lot of times where I've had to like reach out to people, say, hey, do you know how to do this? One problem I had was actually with Bacon Lara. Couldn't get it to work. It was an absolute nightmare. I was messaging everybody, and everyone's like, we don't know either. If you figure it out, please let us know. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad it's not just me. Managed to actually get it working in the end. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like some names. So like Drone, Spencer. I also downloaded a few TRLEs for like inspiration. Sabatu, big inspiration. And actually, Sabatu published a lot of his resources online. So I used a lot of the Sabatu's resources. So there's like that kind of help as well from people. All that has been like, was really helpful. So I think that's one good thing about the TRLE community as well, is that everyone helps each other.
Right.
A lot of collaborations and stuff like that. I did also do another little side project called Croft Arena, which was made for, I don't know if you've heard of Croft Engine.
Yes.
So you can like play kind of multiplayer in that. It's more like you're just like a ghost imprint. So I was like, okay, that's cool that you got that feature. So what we can do, create like a TRLE arena style thing where we can all do different things. So there's like an assault course one. So I did release that just before Christmas, but unfortunately, people play Croft Engine. I'm like, oh, more people should play it. It's so fun. So like there's like a battleships game in there. What else did we do? We did a race level.
Oh, fun.
Lots of fun. Yeah, that was really good. So yeah, it's just been so fun. I just love it. And the good thing as well is the Croft arena level. It was really good for like creating different traps, getting to know how things work, and then eventually like a lot of the stuff in that I used for my Tomb Raider 1 Reimagined. I was like, oh, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use it. So specifically like, well, one example I suppose is at the end of St. Francis Folly, spoilers alert, like, sorry, but
It's okay.
if you've not played it, there's like a section with Force Lightning.
Yep.
Now in the original game, it's on a flat surface, but literally these platforms are raised, and if you miss them, you fall to your death. And if you're standing on them too long, you can get electrocuted. I'm like, I'm so evil. Everyone hates me when they get to that point. They're like, why have you done this? I said, because I'm really weak.
Because I can.
Friends helped too. Because I can. I'm sorry. To be fair, I had a lot of friends who tested, and they keep saying to me, make it harder. I'm like, really? And they said, yeah, make it harder. I'm like, okay, I don't really want to, but sure. And I did it, and now everyone is like, oh, I hate you for this. Sorry.
It's a fine line, isn't it, between love and hate? Like, this is really challenging and I love it, or this is impossible and I'm throwing my controller. Yeah.
I just got to the point now where I just say to people, it's like, get good.
Yeah.
Get good. I'm like, I'm really sorry still, but get good. But yeah, so like to like break it up a little bit, there are some really difficult sections in the game, but then I'm like, okay, once you've done that, this next part's going to be all about exploration or solving a puzzle. So I think that's like an important thing as well, like breaking things up. So it's not just one big tedious, because that's no fun. If it's just you're constantly stressed out for the entire game, gets annoying and people don't want to play. So I did make sure that I broke it up a little bit. And I'll be doing that in my next project, which I'm going to start next week.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So it's going to be like a smaller expansion of Tomb Raider 1, not based off Unfinished Business. It's going to be its own thing. Don't want to give away too many spoilers.
Sure.
But I will say that it's going to be Lara kind of exploring, Los Alamos, I think it's called, where Napa was unearthed. She's going to start there, and Laura's going to explore the crater, and then it's going to branch out. That's all I'm going to say so far. I'm excited to start that next week, finally. So I have had a break for a bit, because after Tomb Raider 1 Reimagined, I was like, I need a break now, because it was just constant. So had my break, and I'm ready to go again now. So excited.
That's the sense I get from talking with a lot of builders. Like, there's a real period of intensity where it's, I don't want to say all consuming, but a lot of emotional and mental effort is going into it, and then sort of periods of calm, and then ready to dive back in. Are there other builders that you especially admire?
I played Gecko's Tower Bridge experience. That was really amazing. I've played it twice actually, because I just loved it that much, and I didn't even know about the minecart thing the first time, and I missed it. So I was like, oh, okay, so I had to play it again and go back through, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. So do you like Gecko, Sabatu? I like T-Taps levels. DJ makes levels, right? But I swear he's created one before I played, but I forgot what it's called. Yeah,
Cake World? Cake World?
Yes,
something like that?
Yeah, which was really fun.
There's a Christmas tree that runs away screaming, I think.
Agent XP, another great builder. It's like a Christmassy one, and you've got to go and get DJ a coffee.
Yes.
I forgot what it's called. All I remember is that you go and get him a coffee, and it's like, is it like a Prague level?
It might be.
Like Christmas in Prague. That was a really fun one. But there's so many. That's the beauty of it as well. Like, you finish the main games, and then you've got this whole library of fan-made games. And sometimes, like, some of the fan-made games, I prefer sometimes, like, I'm not a big fan of Tomb Raider 4. Sorry, anyone who likes it. But there's been times where, like, I've played Tomb Raider 4 based TRLEs. I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is so much better than the base game. I mean, I suppose that is a bit subjective. It obviously does depend, but yeah, some TRLEs are just really good fun, and there's some which are just out there, bizarre, like Simply Purple Earth comes to mind. But there's still a lot of fun to play. So yeah, I love how creative people get with it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
you really get to see people's imaginations and how they put themselves into the game, which is really fun.
I'd actually suggest it to people as well. Like, if you're playing a TRLE, if you like it, go into TRView and have a look around and see what the builder's done. It's really interesting to see. Because a lot of work goes into them. A lot of people pour their hearts and their souls into it, and it's And obviously you can see that when you play it yourself, you're like, yeah, you can tell this has been loved. And I just love that. I love that. It's an amazing feeling playing someone's creation.
And I so appreciate you being willing to take this time and do this interview.
Yeah, no, it's really cool when you reached out to me. I was like, oh yeah, I've never done an interview like this before, but why not? It'd be a bit of fun. So yeah,
Oh,
really,
that's
really
awesome.
cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you.